Hi guys, welcome to Bobzybounce. I'm Bobs.
And I'm Bouncer.
And welcome to another podcast. We've had a few people on. We've had like a bodybuilder on. We've had another guy who, Bilal, who is obviously like a nutritionist and is also like a fitness coach and everything. What we haven't had is a lady doing it, okay? But we've got a lady on today who is not only a pro bikini model, is that right? Bikini
athlete, yeah.
Bikini athlete. She is actually IFBB Pro, okay? Jade, how are we doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for coming down. Really appreciate it.
No.
And I know obviously you're quite busy with your training regimen and obviously your whole lifestyle is like quite.
Yeah, it's manic.
Yeah, I think we could imagine. But yeah, thanks for coming down. So we just want to start with like obviously you're like a professional in this sport. It's not like an amateur thing anymore now, is it?
So I've been a professional for about, I think this is my 4th year being professional. So it took a long time to get it. I've been competing for around 11 years now. So hopefully one day try and get to Olympia, if that's the dream.
Yeah. So what age did you start like?
So I started when I was 18.
Oh, okay.
The only reason why I started is because my mum did bodybuilding when she was younger. She did figure, which is more or less like bikini now. And my dad said that I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because I liked my sweets, I liked my food. So I went, yeah, I'll do it. So I went, fuck you, I'm going to go on stage.
I will show you now.
So then the next year I stepped on stage and competed. Not saying that I were any good, I probably absolutely rubbish on stage. But I still did it and got you kind of get the bug for it. You're like, but you know when you start the gym and you get a bit of a, this feels good. It's like that on stage and it's fun. I got the bug and I couldn't stop. I don't think I ever will be an 80-year-old person on stage who was in my frame.
No, but the thing is, honestly, like, looking at your physique, bloody hell, it's like you're ripped to shreds. Would you say that's like more like genetics or like have you actually worked to
no, if you saw, I'll show you my beginning photo. I'd just look like a normal person. Yeah. So I started training. I actually hated any form of training when I was younger. My mum literally had to drag me into the gym to force me to do it. And then when I obviously got onto stage, I had to train. And then I've spent probably 7 years really hard graft training at least 5 times a week, weights, cardio during prep. I've had my own gym. I've also worked in other gyms teaching.
You had your own gym as well?
Yeah, I've had my own gym. Unfortunately, we've had to close it down due to the COVID and everything.
Oh yeah.
Which were a pain.
What was the setup like of that gym?
So it was me and my partner. We both we were one-to-one PTs. He still does it now, but I do more of the online side now. And we had his own gym for about 3-4 years. We left as business because I got diagnosed with epilepsy and we were struggling with the shift timings and stuff like that and it was just getting hard. So we decided to set up his own place, which went really well. We made money and then COVID hit and it was just a pain. Everyone probably knows.
No, because obviously all the gyms shut down.
Yeah, a lot of gyms. But that Easy Gym was the one they used to, the one in town that got closed down as well, isn't it?
They all got shut down. No, I think there were a few that were doing it on.
Yeah, it was more like a one-to-one PT studio.
Right, okay. Oh, right, okay.
So we had like classes, we taught spin and LBT, so legs, bums and tums, HIIT classes, and then we did like one-to-one PT, so we just had our own gym equipment in there.
Yeah.
But gym equipment's expensive.
Have you ever thought about maybe getting into it again, like maybe setting something up again?
Not a gym, no, with too much stress.
Yeah, I thought so.
You've got to, when you've got your own business, especially actually a premises, you've got to think of the bills, the rent,
everything.
Customers. I mean, it's a nightmare, and then the books and the taxes is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially with what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to be. I mean, it can be done. Don't get me wrong, but like it's just extra stress.
Yeah.
Because like I want to go into it in a second. Like obviously in terms of like when you're about to go on stage.
Yeah.
What is the final 2 weeks like, right? So I can't imagine you going through all that stress, preparing for the last 2 weeks of the show, getting on stage, trying to win a competition, and not a small competition. We're talking about like the big league over here. But at the same time, you've got this flipping snotty customer saying, what's happening with membership? Right?
But I did that for 4 years before. Yeah. So I did that. This is the first year that I haven't had the business. So this prep has been the easiest prep I've ever done. because I've had no cardio all the way through prep. All it's been is diet.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, no prep whatsoever, no cardio, sorry, whatsoever. So normally, for the past 4 years, I've been having to do at least 45 minutes cardio, fasted cardio in the morning. And this year I've had nothing, no cardio whatsoever. My steps have been 10,000. It's actually been piss easy, this prep. Touch wood.
So did you feel better that's without cardio? Do you feel better doing it, or?
Yeah, because with my epilepsy, I have to do a longer prep. So rather than doing like a 10, 12 week prep, or 20 weeks sometimes, I have to do like a 27-week prep. So I started prep in April this year, and I'll probably continue until November. I'll probably keep doing shows until then, because I'm ready now, so I might as well do it.
Can we talk about your epilepsy for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Like, is it quite extreme?
Yeah, so I've had it all my life, but I didn't get properly diagnosed until I was 21. I have tonic-clonic seizures and absent seizures. So the tonic-clonic seizures are more like what you would typically think of an epileptic seizure, where you convulse on the floor. Unfortunately, my heart stopped 5 times, so I've died 5 times. Luckily, the ambulance have been there to do defib, and my partner's done CPR on me 3 times. So I've been fine. But with being in prep, my triggers are stress, tiredness and heat. So I just have to do a longer prep. No, I know throughout doing different preps, I know now what my triggers are. So I know now that I need to make sure I eat on time, drink enough water, just little things like that. And I've managed to help a couple of people who have got epilepsy just actually get into the gym, because when you get diagnosed, you get told not to get your heart rate up above a certain level and get told not to train hard. Because I got told, I think I was like 21, I won't be able to compete again. So I was like, no, I am. There's no way that no one's going to tell me I'm not going to compete again. So I just made sure that I did the research, I did dived into the nutrition side of it, and just made sure that I could do it.
So this very clearly shows, right, that you shouldn't put yourself down. There's a lot of people who have epilepsy, right? And there's another thing I need to mention, right? You're deaf in both ears as well. Now, a lot of people, they be thinking, you know, I've got this disability, I've got this issue, I've got that health issue, right? I'm just going to sit down and, you know, but you're not like that. And this is a living example that shows you that, guess what? It's a very positive, you know, a very positive thing that, you know, despite all of these problems or whatever, right? No, man, I'm going to really go for it. And you've managed to make it on a level which people, they dream all their life to get to IFBB Pro. Can I just explain what IFBB Pro is, right? Actually, you know what? Why don't you explain it, right? Because I think you'll do a better job.
Okay, so in order to be able to get your IFBB Pro card, you have to. So you've got different categories within the amateur league. You have to win the height category in the amateur league, and then all of the winners of that category go into an overall, and then you have to win the overall. So you have to win the whole show, basically. And then once you've got your pro card, if you've heard of Olympia, which is like where Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Arnolds, things like that, the only way to Olympia is to have the IFBB Pro card. It's extremely hard to get, especially in men's physique, classic.
Like, you have to be the best of the best.
Yeah, you have to be the best of the best. And it took, I got it when I was 21. I was 21 maybe. Yeah, so about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer than that, because I'm 29 now. I'm not good with maths. So when I got it, I actually ended up winning the whole show. So we were giving out 3 pro cards on that day, and they called the first 2. They were giving 3 pro cards out for the winners, and I actually won the whole show. So they called out a third, the second, and then I were the first.
So the other was like whatever. The main person is this person. So it's like a very grueling process. And so, like I said,
some girls try for years to get it. Absolutely years to get it. It's hard.
No, but like obviously, what I'm saying is like, you know, even despite the fact that, you know, you're deaf, and we'll go into how that all happened as well. And like, you've got the epilepsy, and I'm sure there's so many other things as well. You know, like psychological things and mental whatever, right? Despite all of that, you've managed to make it. You know, and it's still not the end. Of course, it's not. No, right? You're still. You know, getting better and better. Day by day, you're just getting better and better. So I think it's a very admirable thing, you know, for you to be able to achieve what you've achieved.
I think what I've always thought, if you've got, not that you've something wrong, if you've got something, you might as well try 110% harder to try and get what you want, because end of the day, if you've got a dream, you need to push that extra little bit harder than someone else. That other person's going to be doing that extra. That other person's going to be going out when they're tired. And yeah, I've got epilepsy. Yeah, I'm deaf. Whatever. But I know I can still be as normal as everyone else. So I don't see why, if you have got something, why you need to say that, oh, I've got something, I can't do this. Which don't give me much sympathy when someone tells me that they're tired. I'm like clients, because I'm like, you're tired.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
No, it's just amazing. But like you said, it's it's not holding you back.
No.
And
I wouldn't let it.
Yeah, and it shouldn't hold it back.
No.
Right. But like, how did it actually happen? How did you actually lose your hearing?
So when I was younger, I used to get bullied quite badly at school, and a girl stuck a pencil down my ear and perforated my eardrum. So then that ended up getting fixed, and also I'd got a skin graft, and then unfortunately I had a really bad tonic-clonic seizure and hit my head too hard, and it burst my eardrum again. So I had to wear hearing aids. But it is what it is. You just got to get on with it.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, I suppose now with you, I think it's just part of your life now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's being able to lip read. You can know what someone's saying 10 miles away.
Unless you speak to a Scottish person or a Scouse.
Right? Unless you can't pronounce a word.
Then you're really going to struggle with that one. But like, I just want to go into like a bit of your nutrition as well.
Yeah.
Because I did kind of go over it, like, regarding what kind of like, with guys, I can only equate it to guys because I don't really follow, obviously, women's bodybuilding, unfortunately, right? But obviously, guys, they have like an off season, bulk up or whatever. When it comes to stage time, obviously maybe 6 weeks out, whatever, then they trim down. Is it a similar thing with yourself?
So we still do off seasons. We have to get into the fluffy, uncomfortable part of the stage.
Is it fun though when you got all the food going on?
I'm not a foodie.
Oh, right, okay.
I was a foodie when I was younger. I love my kryptonite is pick and mix sweets. I love pick and mix sweets. So that is my one thing that I wouldn't be able to live without. But in off season, I'm not a foodie, but I know that I have to eat. That was probably one of the mental games for me, really, knowing that once I got into the fluffy stage, I mean, last off season I ran about 3,500 calories, and that's a lot of food for me.
Yeah, but for you, what's the fluffy stage?
So I've dropped 30 pounds from now.
Okay.
So I'm about 8 stone something now.
So in the region of about maybe 14 kilos or something like that.
Yeah. So I was, which I started dieting in April, so from April till about 4 weeks ago.
That's a lot of weight to lose, is that?
Yeah.
Without cardio?
Without cardio.
Just literally with the diet?
Just diet.
That's amazing.
To be fair, at work, and I'm very OCD clean, I do a lot of steps. I'm not supposed to, but I end up...
but I mean like, what we mean like is like cardio. Like literally like proper hit cardio.
No, don't do anything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
I like to do it because if I wasn't ever going to do bodybuilding again, which I can't highly doubt unless someone drags me off the stage, I like HIIT because I used to teach it, so I like the feeling of the out of breath and the sweatiness. I do quite like that.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't to do bodybuilding, I would probably add that into my training. But at the minute, if you're adding HIIT cardio as well as the deficit of calories, you're just going to be burning off muscle.
Yeah.
And you're just going to stop yourself from looking good on stage.
Yeah, this is kind of pointless. But like, so like when you get to, okay, so let's just talk about a few weeks out of competition, right? So now you're on a cut. How grueling is that process?
At the minute, it's fine because I'm on higher food at the moment, because the last show I got told to be a little bit fuller, so a little bit not as lean. But I did a show, was it 4 weeks ago, and
where was this?
That was in Benidorm.
Oh, right, okay.
Which was placed 5th, so I'm happy with that, top 5. That was hard, really hard. Calories weren't low though, they were still about 1,800, 1,700, so they were still quite high, because some can get up to about 1,000 calories. It can be quite grueling. But then when I came back from Benidorm, I probably a bit overindulged a little bit after Benidorm, had some food and went out for a couple of drinks with my friends, and had to go on a really harsh cut for the week afterwards, because I had a show the week afterwards.
So specifically, what kind of food are you eating? I know what you're not eating, but what kind of food are you actually eating?
Just normal food, rice cakes, Snack Jack rice cakes, caramel, chicken, steak, veg, dark chocolate, almond butter, oats, cream of rice, potatoes, rice, pasta, mince, passata.
This all seems like it's very less carbs over there?
So basically, your protein tries to stay the same because you want to be able to keep your muscle.
Yeah.
With me personally, fats work better for me.
Okay.
Because it helps your brain function, so it helps with my epilepsy. So I tend to have more fats than I would do with the carbs. But like the week before show, they call it peak week. You tend to build your carbs up a little bit more. So I have like sourdough bread I have like sourdough bread and eggs for breakfast. I do have quite a lot of carbs. It's just spread out throughout the day. So I have like 6 meals a day. It's like spread out throughout.
But like small meals, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say they're very small. Like a normal day, I'd have carbs in more or less every meal. I wouldn't not have carbs. I mean, that it's different for every person. Depends how much you need to diet down. For the first, I'd probably say for the first 8 weeks in, you're on lower food because you have to get that weight off. And then it gets lower, and then it gets lower. But it actually gets better about 4 weeks before show. It don't get harsher.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you're not ready.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, then you're unfortunately going to have to.
So you're on about like people who basically leave at lastminute.com kind of thing. Yeah.
That's why I do 27-week prep, so I don't have to kill myself at the end.
Yeah.
So I don't look like I'm going to die on stage.
Yeah. No.
So, do you feel like fatigued when you're on stage, or like?
Peak week helps because of the carbohydrates that are in. But I'd say the hardest part of bodybuilding is about 4 weeks before a show, because you're not quite there, you're not carbing up yet, you're still on low food, and you are tired. Those days are like rest days, for example. So I have high days and low days. So high days is like when I'm training, so I'll have more carbohydrates on those days, and rest days when I'm not doing any training, I'm just like doing steps or whatever. They hardly got much carbs in those days, and those days you are tired, you are really tired, and those days I end up going to bed at like 5 o'clock. Trying to go to sleep as soon as I can.
Those you need carbs for energy, basically, you know. So,
oh yeah. The best thing to do with like nutrition wise is making sure that your carbohydrates are around your pre and your post. So your pre obviously to get your energy levels before you train, and then your post to refuel your body and get your recovery better.
Yeah, and I suppose just another thing as well, like, this is one thing I find a bit weird, yeah? So, you know, like, when you look at these people on stage, or the women on stage, right? I'm not going to lie to you, they look the same to me, right? Right? No, it's like, oh, and then this lady, she's a bit more fuller in the back. How does the judges, like, I don't understand how...
Yeah, I think bikini men's physique is probably the hardest to judge. Bikini is probably the hardest to judge, because you've got a very fine line between being too lean, too full, or not lean enough. Yeah. The judges are looking for, especially being IFBB league, fullness, symmetry, how you present yourself on stage. It's not just how you
also the performance.
Yeah,
okay.
How you're posing. If you can't pose, there's no point going on stage. Because I've had it before when I first started, where I probably could have placed higher if my posing was better. And I've learned that and made sure that my posing is perfect now. But I know that I can still improve on that. I've had to change some of my poses for this next show because I got feedback from the judges saying that I probably could twist around my front shot a little bit more. So you can always learn. You never know enough.
No, but like, what are the points, right? That you know that the judges score you on.
Bikini is about symmetry, stage performance, mainly glutes. Your glute tie-in, so your glute and hamstring tie-in at the back. It's your X frame, so your shoulder to waist ratio regarding your hips. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah. I was just trying to picture it.
Picture it in your head. Yeah. But at the end of the day, bikini is all about your glutes as well. So you've got to have a good set of glutes.
Mainly, so it's just like... But the thing is that yours, like, if you look at your pictures on Instagram, and we're going to, by the way, put your Instagram in our in the description afterwards, right? There's like a very clear like differentiation. It's like just like bang.
Like stuck on.
It's like the muscles are like, it's like, hey, what's going on here? And it's like bang. It's like just, everything's like separate.
Because of how the federations are going at the minute, they've also brought in wellness. So wellness are for girls that have got bigger legs and bigger glutes. So the way I was posing last show, and how tight I was more wellness posing. So I needed to bring I've actually gone to my coach this morning and changed my posing, just because I'm that tight. I get that tight in my hamstring and glute tying, which is very hard for some girls, but for some reason it's really easy for me to get that tie in. I have to not pose it, so I have to just stand there, and I can't pose it anymore because I'm getting too tight around that back shot. But I'd say the hardest thing for most girls is to get that glute and hamstring tying.
Luckily, you're
luckily,
okay.
I tend to hold fat there in off season, but it tends to. I think if you're true to your diet and you actually stick to it, it'll come off. I think sometimes I know some amateur girls are some normal people and some of my height.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you
they don't stick to diet.
It's okay if you want to shit on them, you know. Right, no, but look, this is the reason why your prep is not your normal 6 weeks, whatever. Your prep is like a lot longer.
You'll find a lot of pros do a longer prep. And then a lot of the top pros, so like the Olympia girls, they'll stay in good shape all year round.
Really?
Because they're already there. They don't need to grow anything. Like last year, my feedback was you need bigger glutes, you need bigger legs. So I spent my off season, all I train is legs. I don't train upper body at all. So literally last year, all I did was 3 days a week legs, and that's it. And I still do that now. But this year, the feedback that I'm getting is I don't have to grow my glutes, I don't have to grow my legs, I just need to pose a bit different. Whereas in my next off season, I won't have to put on as much weight as I need to, and I can stay quite lean and quite trim. And the top girls are like that because they're already there, they don't need to change anything.
Because they keep it like that literally all year round. You know what else must be difficult, I bet, Because at the moment, you're posing in front of a mirror. So I just think to myself, so you're posing in front of a mirror, but when you're on stage, there's no mirror. So at what point do you
take it out?
Well, stop posing in front of a mirror?
So I pose 3 times a day. So on the morning I pose in a mirror to make sure my shots are perfect. And then in the afternoon I'll go outside in my garden, I'll practice posing without a mirror, just the phone and the camera on a tripod.
Because the thing is that people don't really understand, because I'm just trying to kind of put it in because how difficult even that bit is, because when you're looking in the mirror, okay, you got a good lighting or whatever, and then let's say you can't see a certain part of your, let's say, I don't know, your abs or whatever, or back, right? Then you can adjust it, like, oh, I can see it better now, so I'll say. But the thing is, when you're on stage, you don't know if you're...
You tend to feel it, so you feel what it feels like. Posing's probably one of the hardest things for people to get right. And if anybody's thinking about competing, but I do posing coaching, but get a posing coach, because if you could look absolutely shit hot, like the best person on that stage, but if you can't pose, you're going last. You're not going to be placed, or you might be placed 3rd, 4th, 5th, but you won't get those top 2 places just because of your posing.
Also, I've noticed, I feel like you do need to have some kind of charisma and like a personality. Even though you're not talking, it needs... I'll give you the best example. Like if you watch that Pumping Iron, right? And you see Arnie, right? You know, the way he is, there's charisma about him. There's like a personality about him. Whereas Lou Ferrigno, and I love that guy. You know Lou Ferrigno, right? 6'6", giant, played the part of the Hulk, right? Amazing physique for that time, I would go as far as saying, I think there were certain areas where he actually was a lot superior than Arnold. But guess what? He was a bit... Because he was young, I think, back then, he was just a very, kind of dull on stage. He made Arnie look like a tiny guy with the way he was. Would you agree? But the way he was posing and everything, it wasn't...
Arnold's posing was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good physique, right? There's no doubt about that.
Of course.
There's no doubt about that. But, the posing, sorry, go on.
No, it's your placing is posing. If you... It's between winning or losing, honestly, it is. And
that's something you really work on.
I work, like I said, 3 times a day I practice posing. All in all, probably about 40 minutes in total a day.
Do you get tired?
It's hard,
It's like a workout, isn't
it? I've coached some girls and some males on posing, and they've gone for example, the first session, and they're absolutely dripping wet through. I'm like, I didn't think it'd be this hard on
From posing?
It's hard. But my back's killing me. You'll get used to it. But how do you twist? And it's hard going, is posing. I don't think people realise how it's like a workout.
Well, I'll give an example. I don't know if you know about this. Well, I think you will know about it. So, C-Bum, right? Bumstead, right? So the last Olympia he won, but if you notice, I think it was left bicep. It wasn't as defined because he ripped that bicep.
Right.
You know, he ripped it.
No.
He won the Olympia, posing. So literally, I think about a day or I think no, it was a day before, because what happened is afterwards, after the competition, it got all bruised and it got all like swollen.
I was lucky that
Yeah, he got lucky, and he's lucky that he even won. But I think he kind of hid it, but he didn't hide it as well. But you'll see that I think his right arm is quite defined, but his left bicep is just big.
Gosh.
But then what he did is I think he tried to focus more on his back and more on everything else. But yeah, he ripped his bicep
even know that.
by posing.
Yeah.
Like
The guys have to pose a lot harder than girls.
Yeah.
Except like women's physique, women's figure, and fitness. They have to pose hard because it's more of the judging's more of like a muscularity rather than symmetry. But bikini, you still have to pose hard. But if you're ready, you don't really have to pose that hard. But when you're practicing posing, you need to know how it feels so that you know what it looks like on stage, if that makes sense.
yeah. Have you ever thought about going to like a different division at all, or are you quite happy and content with the bikini one?
No, my natural shape, I've got no hips. So I'm literally straight up and straight down. So naturally I'm like stick. I've got naturally no glutes, naturally no shoulders, nothing. So for me, if I were to go into another category, I wouldn't probably look right into another category. I've had to work really, really hard to get legs and glutes. Like 7 years of hard graft to get some legs. So if I were to go, for example, wellness or figure, I'd have to probably take another 5 years out to try and get big enough.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to put my body through it.
Yeah.
But would you want to get bigger or
No.
no? Just
I like how I
you
am.
like how you are. So like, do you think it's more like harder to be in a women's bikini, or is it more harder with men or is it women?
I think once you get to a level with women, it's hard because you have to back off training. Like I haven't been able to train up a body for a good year or so, and I love training up a body, and literally all I train is legs, and I can't train. I train till failure to absolutely dead, but I can't train quads or hamstrings. I literally can only train glutes. So that's hard for me because I like to train and I like to hit everywhere on my body, but you have to be quite critical with where you're hitting. But like men's bodybuilding, they can absolutely kill themselves and they can do what they want. But it's hard. The men's physique and the men's classic is a very hard judge of category because there's loads of many variables. You've got to have a small waist, but you've got to have a big chest and a big back and big arms, but you've got to have big legs. Men's physique, you've got to be big, but you can't be too big. You can't have big legs. It's every single category.
Oh, is the way like shorts, not like
board shorts.
Yeah.
So, but classic is the.
But they don't mark you like on your legs. It's only on the upper
calves a little bit sometimes,
Yeah.
but it's more upper body. But if every year the categories are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like when I first started at 18, they weren't as big as they were now.
I like, especially with the women's like.
I love how bikini looks.
Yeah, no, but the direction it's going in. It's getting more and more popular, right? More names are coming out, and it's just becoming a bigger sport. Like because when you think of bodybuilding, anything to do with weights, like obviously historically, right? I'd say it's always been like a man sport.
Yeah.
Right, like and I'm not trying to bring like feminism.
Or women's with thigh gap when I was younger.
What's that again, sorry?
Women with a thigh gap when I was younger.
Thigh gap. But like now it's getting more and more popular. Women's like being fit and is being promoted a lot more. It is and it isn't though, actually.
Yeah. Some people are saying that they don't like women to have any muscle or anything like that, but at the end of the day, I think if you're happy to train and you actually want to train, then why not? If you want to look how you want to look, not how somebody wants you to look.
Yeah. I mean, would you say that? Because obviously, I know you're engaged and everything, right? So you're very happy and content. But like, how long have you been engaged? Also, how long have you been with your partner? Sorry,
God, that's a question.
Yeah. Is it before you started working out?
9 years with my partner.
So hang on. So you've been with him since you've been working out?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't always look like this.
Yeah. No, fair enough, right? I don't think it's for everyone.
No.
Right? Every guy, every girl, they want something different, right?
My partner prepares me in off season than he does in prep.
Does it?
Yeah.
Also, he likes the more of a feminine look.
Yeah.
I mean, your traditional feminine look.
Yeah.
What is a feminine look nowadays?
Yeah,
God knows, right? But like the traditional feminine look. Yeah, I mean, it's
I prefer myself not as lean. If I were personal preference, I wouldn't, and I had to choose a state that I wanted to be in all the time, I wouldn't want to be as lean all year round because I've got no fat on my cheeks. It's very hard to get close, and you have to be very strict with yourself. So me around, I'm about 8.5 stone now. Me around about 9 stone, 9.5 stone. I'm quite happy, content with
But
that.
you're pretty tall as well, aren't you?
Well, 5'6".
I've
got heels
Oh,
on.
with the heels.
I've got heels.
Right, okay, fair enough. So 5'6", about...
You're just short.
I'm just short. I'm just short, guy. I'm just 5'5". You know, and I'm like an average girl's height. But,
Girls' height.
yeah, I am though. But like, yeah. So you like to be around about 70 kg around there.
I'm about happy around about 60 kg, I think. Well, 65. I'm bad with kg.
Yeah.
I work better.
Well, you do it in pounds, don't you?
I do it in pounds. I'm 122 pounds.
Yeah, that's about.
I think I was 150 when I started, so I think I liked being about 130 pound.
Yeah, so that's in the region of about top 60, 70 kg around there. I mean, it's a healthy, I think, weight for somebody of your height and stuff like that. But is that like, but when you're on stage, what do you weigh when you're on stage?
122 pounds.
Right, okay. But lean.
Lean.
Yeah.
But next time I'll be heavier.
Oh, because they said that you need to be a bit more fuller.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So last year I was 119 pound on stage, and this year 122. So I've put some muscle on from last year.
Mostly on your glutes and stuff like that.
Yeah, muscle and glutes. I can't train up a body anymore.
Yeah. But like you must be like taking quite a lot of protein and like.
Yeah. So it's literally I get sponsored by Train by JP.
All right. Okay. Shout out to them.
Their supplements, not just because I get sponsored by them, but they are the best supplements I've ever had in my entire life. The cream of rice. I don't know if you've ever tried cream of rice.
No.
Probably don't know what I'm on about.
What is it, like rice pudding?
Kind of. So have you ever tried?
I like rice pudding.
Yeah. Have you tried? I don't know, baby rice.
Yeah.
No, that means no.
No, I have because
Have you actually?
I'm flipping 4 kids, man.
Right. So you know baby rice, but that texture of it, the smoothness.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but
So-
flavoured.
Okay, so that's like a bit slightly gritty.
No, if you mix it properly, it's not
Yeah,
gritty.
I never did.
Yeah.
I was never patience for that. So okay, so very smooth.
Very smooth, like dessert type thing.
Also, you can just knock it back.
No, you make it into like, it's like looks like an Angel Delight, but it don't taste like an Angel Delight. So we have loads of different flavours like peanut butter, cookies and cream, cheesecake.
So it's like a moussey.
It's like a mousse.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing since sliced bread.
And it's packed with protein.
No, it's just carbs, pure
it's
carb.
carbs. Alright.
But then they've got all the protein shakes, obviously, as well. That they've got isolate. So I struggle with having dairy because of so many years not having like dairy or yogurts and stuff like that. I really struggle to digest dairy. So they have like isolate, which hasn't got any dairy or anything in it, which is like pure protein, and it just digests perfectly and tastes. We've got one that's Malteser flavour, and it's just amazing.
No,
Well, send me the link to it then.
but that's
It's nice.
yeah, but that's been a problem. That's been a problem with me though, Jade. Like I've always wanted to have protein because I want to get a bit bigger, but I just don't like.
Try JP.
Yeah, I've never liked these protein shakes, right? I think I went on the yogurts for a bit, right?
Yeah.
And
I think everyone's tried the yogurt.
yeah, but they're just like you have a little bit, that tastes nice, and then when you get towards the middle of it, it's like really thick and tough. You're like, okay.
No, if you try like an isolate, it's not got the milk in it, so it's not thick.
Right, okay.
It's quite smooth.
Right, okay. Fair
And
enough.
so one of my favourite meals, I have cereal after I train, so I have shreddies, and I have a banana caramel protein, and then I use the protein as the milk.
Oh, yeah.
So I shape the protein and put it in my cereal, and it's like banana caramel shreddies. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you do that every day.
Well, when I train days,
Oh,
yeah.
when you're training there as well. Another thing I want to get into as well is body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Right. I believe everybody struggles. Well, not struggles, but has some form of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care who you are. If you're out there in social media, whatever, saying I am perfectly happy with my body, no, everybody does think that they could do better.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody kind of struggles with it. I don't think. Is it more with a profession like you? Because you're a perfectionist.
Yeah, so it's very hard when you get to the very lean stage. You look in the mirror sometimes and you think, I've put weight on, I'm fat. It's so weird because I'll turn to my partner sometimes and I'll go, I'm bloated. And he's like, Jade, there's nothing on you. Like, because you're absolutely fine.
But you feel it though, don't you?
But you feel it.
Yeah, you feel it, yeah.
And then especially when you're going into like an off season, so when your food starts creeping up and your body's changing because you're putting weight on, and you're looking in the mirror like, oh, I'm getting fat, can't see any veins anymore, I can't see my shoulders anymore, I feel a bit fluffy around midsection. But I actually just look like a normal person. Yeah. But to me, because I've seen myself that lean and that shredded, to go up in body weight, it's pretty scary. But throughout the year, I think I've done about 5 off seasons now. Throughout doing different off seasons, your body holds on to weight in different places. Mm-hmm. So you tend to look better each time you do a different off season. But I've had so many issues like with my body because I don't have any hips, so I'd love to have hips to actually have that hourglass shape. So that's one of my things that I
go to Brazil.
Go to Brazil.
Yeah, they do that. Do the injections. Yes, injections, right? Or go. I'll put you in touch with Kim Kardashian.
I just need and everybody wants bigger glutes, right? Any girl, anyway. So yeah, it's hard with bodybuilding. I know a lot of girls who've had body issues. Like,
would you? So has there ever been a point where because how many competitions have you done now? Like non-professional and professional. God. Roundabout.
100 maybe.
100, right? Has there ever been a point where you're about to go on stage and you're like, I'm perfectly happy with this?
No.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So you literally...
I hate going on stage.
Do you?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not... I might seem like a very confident person, but I'm a very self-conscious, normally quiet. I do like to talk, don't get me wrong, that's why I'm talking. But I'm not a in-your-face sort of person. I'm quite behind myself. So
like
when
like an introvert.
Yeah. I like my own company
yeah.
and I like my own space. Probably you do get like that with bodybuilding, I suppose, because you're doing everything on your own. So to go on stage for me is really hard.
So in that time when you've literally done your prep, okay, it's literally a couple of hours before the show, right? Would you say that your your fiance is literally there to give you the support, as much as you can?
The hardest thing is you have to get a coach's pass to go backstage. Not everyone can go backstage. Okay. So normally it's just the competitors backstage and maybe your partner sometimes comes backstage, not always. Yeah, he's normally sat watching the show.
What's his name?
Adam.
Big up Adam. That's it, man.
He tried bodybuilding and he couldn't diet, so he's a rugby player.
But he's got a good physique though.
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, he's alright.
He likes his drink. He's a rugby player.
He likes to indulge.
Yeah, rugby players just like to have a good game on a Saturday and then go out to the pub without lads, don't they?
Yeah, that's the rugby culture.
Roll in at 5 o'clock in the morning while I'm just waking up.
Yeah, that's the rugby culture. So so that's quite. I mean, it's not shocking to say that every time you've gone on stage, you've never been happy.
No.
You've always thought there's something I could have done better, blah blah blah, whatever. But then if you look at it from a different perspective, like the people that are watching the show, they'll be like, "What? Wow!" Right? They'll be like, "What? Look at this!" Right? But in your mind, you're thinking, "This isn't wow. I could have done this different in my prep. I could have done that." So it's.
I think because you're so strict with yourself, you have to be very strict with yourself in bodybuilding in general. You have to have a very strict routine. You can't cheat.
Well, it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't just do bodybuilding half-heartedly. And I think nowadays everyone wants to go on stage, which is fine and well done to people if you want to go on stage. But I don't actually think that people realise how hard it is to actually do a prep.
Also, how costly is it?
Say that again, sorry.
How costly is it?
Oh, it's expensive, especially when you're amateur.
So, like for example.
To tell you what all the expenses that you've got to pay for.
No,
bikini is around about £400.
I was going to say, so your actual bikini itself, right? Either that's really expensive.
Yeah, it can cost up to whatever you want to spend. The cheapest is going to be about £300.
The actual bikini itself, with all the glitter and all the glamour on there.
And then you've
got... And is it custom made, obviously, for yourself? Yeah,
you can... There's a good thing nowadays, though. You can rent bikinis, which I've only just found out about a couple of months ago because one of my clients has done that. So it's not as expensive, but it's still £200 to rent a bikini that you're going to wear once. Yeah. But the tan alone is £100. Makeup, hair... I mean, guys don't have to think about hair and makeup, but... Then you've got travel expenses. Apart from men's physique. And you've got the travel. Then you've got, when you're an amateur, you have to pay for a membership to be an amateur to do the shows. And then you've got to pay for the show. I mean, you've got to pay for tickets. So it's expensive.
But obviously at your level, if you've got a sponsor, Do they kind of take care of certain things?
Yeah. I'm lucky that I've got a bikini sponsor and jewellery and shoes. So I don't have to think about that. JP helped me out as well with supplements and clothing and stuff like that, and some travel expenses. So most of it is covered.
But that's only because you're on that level.
Yeah.
If you weren't on that level, like an amateur, like you obviously you've done how many years of amateur as well? And did you travel other countries when you were amateur?
I went to Alicante.
As an amateur?
Yeah, as an amateur.
So did you have to pay for all that yourself?
Yeah.
All of it?
All of it.
So like once again the bikini.
Flights, yeah, everything.
You got right there.
Actually, did.
Forget that. Obviously, at that time.
It's something up there.
Well, at that time, if you haven't got the money, mate, you're just gonna have to catch a train or something. You know, from London.
I used to, in off season, I used to work my absolute arse off, like just getting as much money as I could and putting it all in my savings. Yeah. And then I knew when I started prep. To be fair, you do save money on prep. You don't eat as much. Yeah. You're not going out. You're not buying coffees. You're not going out for food. So you do end up saving quite a lot of money anyway in prep.
But this is when you were an amateur, or talking about now?
Just in general.
No, but the thing is, when you were an amateur, you have to pay for your own supplements, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's okay, it's taken care of because you've got a sponsor, fantastic. But when you were younger, right, and when you had didn't have a sponsor, how much was that? That was all cost. I'm sure that was costing you.
Protein. Well, protein's gone up now, but I think back then, a 2 kilo tub of protein were 40 quid, and that don't last very long.
Well, especially if you're trying to get on stage.
Yeah.
Right, and then your food and...
Food's expensive anyway.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like you said, that you kind of cut down.
Still go to Ali though, it's cheaper.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? They do the same thing, man.
Yeah. The fruit's better anyway.
And it's just rebranded stuff, it's the same stuff. But yeah, so like in terms of like the people, because like I'm just trying to think of the people that want to get into it, right? And they literally need to be aware of this situation. That if you want to go into it, you're going to have to put in some money. It's not a cheap sport.
And you're not guaranteed a win either.
Yeah, because if you don't win, what happens? What do you get in return?
Nothing.
You get a tap on the back now and that sometimes.
Well done.
You might as well become an Instagram model, or like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up at OnlyFans.
Yeah, set up for OnlyFans.
Yeah, but well, I mean that is that is what people do nowadays, And
I think competing is very, very expensive, especially as amateur. If you are nowhere, this sounds horrible, but truth. If you are nowhere to get to a pro level, continue to grow, continue to get better, and then compete. Don't think that I have to get on stage next year. If you haven't, hopefully you've got a coach, because it's very hard to do it yourself. Get yourself a coach and make sure that you take their advice and listen to what they're saying. Because if you're not ready to go on stage, what's the point in spending maybe $1,000 to get on stage if you're not going to win?
If you're not going to win, yeah. And even if you do win, right? Obviously, I know the prize money depends on.
You don't get prize money in amateur.
I know, yeah. Or you don't get anything.
No.
Nothing at all.
No.
Just get a trophy.
Get a trophy.
So what about the pro level? Did you get a pre?
Yeah. So normally the top 5 get money, depending on what show.
Okay, so let's just say you go to a show which is, what's the biggest show?
Olympia.
But
you have to qualify to get to there.
Okay, so let's say you get. So what are what do you get in Olympia? Well, if he managed to make it there?
I think the men get about 100,000.
Oh, that's about 100 grand, isn't it?
100 grand. I think bikini get 50.
Yeah, I mean
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's pretty decent. And plus,
but then you get all your sponsorships. You probably get all your travel paid for. You probably get work out of from doing that.
Well, the thing is, so as soon as, let's say for example, right, you now have won, okay, Miss Olympia, bikini,
That'll be a dream.
Right, yeah, right. You'll get there, right? You'll get it. So let's say you win that now, yeah. I don't think it's just about the money. Okay, fine, you get the money.
I don't compete for the money.
No, but you get the money. But immediately now, for the next whole year, you are Miss Olympia. Can you imagine who you're going to get approached by?
Yeah.
You're going to be in the cover of every magazine, whatever, Flex, whatever they are, all these muscle magazines, or, okay, they might not do magazines anymore, but all of the Instagram pages and all the socials, you are now the face of that brand, and that's it. I think
you'll be on Protein Pod as well, holding it in the
video. A lot of people compete because some of the pros I know do compete because they want to win the money, but at the end of the day, for me, and I know for a lot of others, it's actually stepping on stage and doing the sport that you love and getting the win. That's what you want to do. You don't want to do it. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it to. I do it to win. Yes, of course. You're not going to step on stage if you don't want to win. Yeah. But I don't do it for the money, and I wouldn't ever do it for the money.
So the truth is, you're doing it to feed your ego.
Yeah, I am.
No, but it's like a buzz.
Yeah. It's like if anybody's into gym, it's when you get that like, oh yeah, I'm starting to look good in the gym, and you get that like OCD. I have to be there every single day, that sort of thing. That buzz.
And it's like a sense of accomplishment as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was never ever good at sport or team sport or anything like that. I wasn't ever really good at anything. And for me, this is just something I've just fitted into, and I find it it's not easy, but I find it easy for me. Yeah. It's not easy, but...
No, it's not easy. No, it's not easy, but like, I think you find it easy now. Listen, don't be shy from saying that, but you do because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Right? That you know what to do now.
Yeah.
You know how your body is now. And I think...
I've made mistakes. Everyone's made mistakes.
Yeah, we've learned, don't
mistakes, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
When I first started, I didn't stick to my diet 100%. I learned the hard way and had to diet hard.
You'd be a thick shit if you didn't learn from your mistakes.
I know.
If you do the same thing over and over again, right? Then you'd be like, what am I doing wrong? Well, but you haven't learned from it. So I think it's good to learn. But just another thing I want to talk about. We're on the body dysmorphia thing, right? At the moment, I feel like it's very socially accepted that you need to be happy with how you are, how your body is, right? And this is a bit controversial, but like, I personally don't like the fact that there's a message being pushed out that if somebody is morbidly obese, I don't just mean like a little, fat, morbidly obese, be happy with yourself. Me personally,
yeah.
Right? And like I said, I'm going to ruffle a few feathers here, right? I'm going to split the audience, but I'm sorry, but I need to say it. Like, obviously, nobody's saying to aspire to be like you. You're on a different level.
I just think health is wealth at the end of the day.
100%.
If you are generally happy with how you're looking and you're morbidly obese, then good on you. But I would personally rather be healthy.
Yeah, but Jade, who is going to want to shorten the lifespan?
Some people just like food way too much.
That's fine. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But the thing is...
Or they're doing it for emotional reasons or mental reasons or any mountain of reasons.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not healthy.
No, it's not.
But it's not being... It's almost being promoted. That you're okay the way you are. Okay?
I don't agree with it being promoted. I think body positivity, everyone should be happy with how they feel and the look. But honestly, deep down, do you feel healthy in yourself?
So it's health more than anything.
Yeah, I think if you are morbidly obese, you're not healthy. Yeah. You're not. There's no way that you're healthy unless you've got amazing genetics. And I just think I'm not even saying lose weight, but just get to a weight where your body is healthy, so you're not pushing on your organs or pushing on your heart and making you
don't get me wrong.
Harder.
There's women out there and guys, women right who might have like a thyroid problem or whatever. Yeah, I'm not talking
about. I've got an underactive thyroid.
I'm not talking about them people. Okay, because obviously clearly there's an issue and you probably can't control your weight. But I'm talking about a normal person, a young person, or could be elderly, right, who can actually do something about it, but they choose not to. Okay, and then they go around and they get annoyed when somebody might say something about their weight, okay, or if they're not treated in the same way because of their weight, well, you can actually lose that weight, okay. All they've got to do is just contact somebody who I know very well, right, and you can put them on a regime, some kind of a diet plan, because this is what you do.
The thing is, they have to want to do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason in. Yes, they need to lose weight, but they have to want to do it, because you can give someone 10 million diet plans, but if they're not going to stick to it, there's no point.
What do you think could be the motivation for somebody to want to lose weight?
I think there's lots of different reasons. I think main one for me would be actually health, with everything that I've gone through with my health. But family, why wouldn't you want to be able to go around with your kids and do stuff with your kids? Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to see the rest of your family and live longer with them? They might be absolutely perfectly happy with themselves, but I've never been in that situation, so.
Yeah, because thing is, quite often I notice that people wait for like a heart attack to happen. They're like, you know what, I need to sort my life out. Why wait?
Not different kind of reason, but I didn't do anything about my epilepsy until I died.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I've ignored that I had epilepsy for ages. So I can kind of get where they're coming from that sense of it. Because, if I ignore it, it'll go away. I don't need to think about it. So I get that on that sense. I didn't start to actually think, maybe I should actually start looking after myself until that, in fact, I think it was like the third time. Because I ended up in hospital, and one of the paramedics who actually saved my life came up to me and said, my sister's got epilepsy and she won't leave the house, but I'm proud that you are actually doing something about your life. Because he'd come to my house to get me, and he said, I've seen that you've got trophies and stuff like that, and I'm proud that you're doing something with your life. And that's the only time that I thought, you know what, shit, I need to actually sort myself out.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it does take that big smack in the face to realise, yeah, maybe I should sort myself out.
So what did you actually do to kind of deal with the situation?
I stopped drinking. I stopped, completely put my head into... Because I kind of went on a bit of a I can do what I want type stage, bit of a rebellion stage. I was 21, so I wanted to go out with my mates and live like a normal 21-year-old.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I'd already got my pro card, and I got told I couldn't compete anymore, so I was a bit of a loose end of going, well, what do I do now? Can't compete, I can't go out and drink, can't go out with my friends, can't do this, can't do that. So, I'm just going to do it. So I just did everything that I shouldn't have done. Gone out drinking, gone out with friends, done everything, not looked after my health, didn't go to the gym, just literally completely let myself go. And I thought, right, I didn't want to work, I didn't want to do anything. I was quite depressed, if I'm honest, because I didn't have my mental space, which is bodybuilding, to fall back on. And that's when I thought, yeah, shit, I need to sort myself out.
No, the thing is, what was I going to say? So a lot of people don't talk about how negative drinking is for your body.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what kind of upsets me a little bit, yeah, is how it's promoted. I'll be honest with you, the amount of times, Aiden, he used to be, he was obviously in school in the morning, right? I used to be taking him to school in the morning, and we listen to the radio all the time, and it'd be Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hi guys. Yeah, in the morning. So in the first thing in the morning, I'm taking him to school now, right? First thing in the morning. Oh, hi guys. Yeah. Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, the weekend is here. Yeah, can't wait to go out and have a drink. Why are you promoting that?
Thursdays, Friday.
Thursdays, Friday. What is it?
Friday Eve.
Friday Eve, right? But
people look at you weird though if you don't.
But it's the culture, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's obviously the English culture, right? And I understand that, okay? But what you're promoting death?
Yeah.
How many people die from drinking every day? Not only die, the amount of these guys that drink and they become abusive. You get so many abusive drinks and they kick shit out of their flipping wives or the partners, whatever, right? It's all because of drinking. How many lives have been ruined from drinking? I'm not saying don't drink. If you want to drink, right? But do it in moderation. But people can't do it in moderation.
No, I think some people either can have just one drink or just take it.
No, but do you agree with the promotion of it?
Oh yeah, they promote it way too much. If I go out, I actually stop myself sometimes going out because I can't be bothered with the. Why aren't you drinking? Just one drink. It won't hurt you. Yeah. Just one drink. It's not. It's not going to hurt you. Pressure. I'm like, I don't need to drink to have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't. If I'm in off season, yeah, I might have one gin and soda, but that's all I'll have.
Girly drink.
I know it is girly drink. I don't like tonic, and I can't have anything that's not sugar free.
Oh, fair enough.
So but all my friends drink. My partner drinks. My mum and dad drink. So I don't think I know anyone that actually don't drink apart from a couple of bodybuilding friends.
Yeah. Apparently, vodka, it dries you out.
Yeah, years and years. I think when I first started, 10 years ago, you used to drink wine before you went on stage.
Oh, did you? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't it coffee as well, I think?
Coffee helps.
Black coffee.
Black coffee.
Yeah.
What called? Espressos.
Espressos. Yeah.
So I have espressos show day to dry you out a bit.
Yeah.
To make you go to the toilet as well. But they used about 10 years ago, drink a bottle of wine before I went on stage.
Yeah.
So when my mum competed, so she's in her 60s now, when she competed when she was my age, we used to drink baby champ before we got on stage. And my mum's once told me that she actually fell off stage. She was that drunk.
Well, bloody hell.
That's happened before. I've watched a show, can't remember where it was. I think it was in Hull, and it was just an amateur show, and a girl fell off stage because she was drunk. Because we're drunk, but she'd had a drink before she got on stage.
Yeah. No, because what does it do? Does it kind of
dries you out.
It dries you out. Yeah.
I just think when you're drinking, you're dehydrating yourself. Really. Yeah, yeah. That's why when you wake up in the morning when you've had a drink, you're like, because your mouth's like candy flip flop, isn't it?
Yeah. But is it true though also that so we're talking about the alcohol thing? So you know, like when a person is on stage, you're like at your weakest.
Yeah. Bikini, not too much. Bodybuilders, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Because that's why they tend to do bodybuilders in the morning. So they tend to do bikini on an evening, about 4. Well, latest. Ones hadn't ever got off stage till like midnight. But they not tend to do the bodybuilders, so the big guys, on the morning because they've had to dehydrate themselves, make themselves dry, hardly eat much throughout the morning. So deplete
carbs and all that.
Depleting everything.
Yeah.
And that's why they tend to do the men first, because they are at the
because they might die.
Yeah, they might actually keep over.
Yeah. No, because I've heard that so many times. Like, and thing is that as well. You know, when
you're very ratty behind stage because you're starving.
yeah. And but then it's like nerves, this, that, and ever, and on all sorts. But
when I get really bad, like acid reflux when I get nervous.
Yeah.
So really bad. But when I first got my pro card, I did a first pro show in Alicante. And I couldn't understand why, and for a week before my show, I couldn't eat anything because I just got really bad acid reflux. And literally as soon as I walked off stage, it had gone. And it was just nerves. I just got really bad nerves.
It's a weird one, isn't it? So you get nervous and you get acid reflux.
Yeah.
But then you got off stage and you were perfectly
fine. It was gone. Completely gone.
How did you manage to like pause and everything with having that going on?
I just had to do it. You just have to carry on. You can't really do all about it.
Yeah.
It was hard to eat though.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah. How? So when's your? So are you actually training at the moment, prepping for a competition at the moment?
Yeah. So I've already done 2 shows this year. My third one will.
Where were your other shows?
So Benidorm, that was July, and then I've just done one last weekend in London, which was a 2-bro show, and then this one is Milan, so IFBB Pro Italy.
Wow.
So I've always wanted to go to Italy.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful country. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. Best thing about being a pro, really, you get to travel.
Travel.
So basically, you basically get to travel kind of all over the place.
There's shows everywhere. There's not any in Australia, but there's Tokyo, Japan. You can go anywhere really. But a lot of them in America, but you can go basically anywhere.
Yeah. But obviously, now see this. So you know all the people that you're going to be. So these competitions, so these are the IFBB Pro level ones.
Yeah.
So every person, every girl that's going to be going on stage, are they like? They're all also part of the IFBB Pro.
Yeah, but you can't obviously step on the pro stage without being IFBB Pro.
So they all basically have some expenses paid. Do you think?
Some depends on what tier you fall into in the, because there's obviously the top pros, which is the amateur league girls, which will probably get most things paid for. Then you've got the mid range, which is probably where I'm getting back to now, which is like the top 5, top 6, and then you've got beginners and top 10 girls.
Yeah.
They might not be sponsored. They might have only just got a pro card, so they might not have any sponsorship.
Yeah, because I know I'm going back onto money, whatever, but it's just I'm just trying to think because this year alone you've done 3 shows. Well, you're about to do your 3rd show.
And I'm doing another one after that.
But where's that going to be? Sorry.
France.
Wow. Yeah. So in this year alone, right? Put aside your prep money, put aside your just normal day-to-day living costs, right? Because I'm guessing that you live in a house and you pay bills and all that stuff as well, right? Right. So we forget about that for a second. Yeah, but the cost of living. So put all that to a side. You've got a car. You've got to pay for the expenses for the car as well. Now you've been to Benidorm.
Random show that in Benidorm.
Yeah, London, right? Obviously, we're up north in Yorkshire, right? London is not cheap. It's not cheap to just go to London, right? And I'm presuming you go there for a couple of days.
Yeah, and I made the worst mistake in my entire life as well. I didn't realise the check-in was on a Thursday, and I booked the hotel for a Friday. So then I was sat there on the couch on my Wednesday night, just prep brain, not really thinking of looking at stuff.
Relax.
Scrolling through Instagram, check-in Thursday. I'm like, shit. I ain't got a hotel. I ain't got anywhere to stay. I'm still in Wakefield right now. How the hell am I going to get to London? So I had to. Luckily, the guy who I was staying at the Airbnb got me another night extra 300 quid that I didn't really want to spend.
I want to say, like, for anybody that for anybody that knows, like, when you're booking like London or whatever, try booking something lastminute.com.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You are going to pay out of your ass for that. You don't know whether that's like a train ticket or whatever. I think I missed a train once coming back, obviously to Leeds from London, and I think another train ticket, 150 quid or something like there and then. So we've done Benidorm.
You've got petrol as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you got Benidorm. You've got to obviously pay for that. You've got London. You're going to Milan, right? And then you're going to be going to France.
And there's more after that. If you're
It's
not
just
qualified.
crazy. Yeah. So if you haven't got some kind of help, right, I'd say it's impossible.
Yeah, it is. I struggle anyway. I have some help, but I have to still pay for quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm just... Luckily, I am a good saver, so I just work my ass off when I can.
But what is your actual job? What do you actually do?
So I'm an online coach.
Yeah.
I do coaching for bikini competitors or wellness competitors for competitions, or I do just general gen pop lifestyle people who just want to lose weight, feel better about themselves. I do also work at the Ultraflex North Leeds, just as a social job.
All right. Okay.
Because if I spend 24/7,
do you have to pay for a membership there?
not if why do you think I work there?
Yeah.
No, so that I don't lose my mind, I work there just to get some social things, and then I obviously I'm a posing coach as well, so I do posing for women's bikini, wellness, and men's physique. What else do I do? There's loads, and then I just...
You're basically like a hustler. You just
try and do it, whatever I can, anything for money.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
No, but anything related to like training, bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's all fitness related.
Well, fitness related, not bodybuilding. Is it? Obviously, like anything to do with fitness related is something that you're able to get money from, and do whatever. No, that's amazing. Because
I love helping just the gen pop people.
Yeah.
That is like my love, because it's like when girls don't feel confident enough to go into the gym, and then a couple of weeks later I'm getting photos of them in a crop top saying, I'm in the gym in a crop top, and I'm just like, that makes me smile.
Yeah.
And I've got a client competing next weekend, and she's in her 50s, and she looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And she's started from, I think she's lost about 5 stone with me so far, and then she's kind of seen my journey and thought, you know what, I want to try stage. And she looks incredible.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her to step on stage.
The question that I've got, right, it's a bit of, like I said earlier, it's a bit of a sleazy question. So you get a lot of guys who like your kind of physique.
Yeah.
So you must get approached, right? Guys have these fantasies and whatever, right? They want to be with the girl who's got muscles or whatever. Like, what? Be honest. Like, what kind of? No, when you're on social media, what kind of question do people ask?
It's more the photos that I get sent.
People send you photos.
Yeah. of parts that I don't really want to see.
Oh, right, okay.
So there was one time I was in Alicante and I was in the gym with my partner, and I was just looking through my phone in between a set, and I opened my phone and I was like, oh, okay. And I went, Adam, look at this, and he went and he sent a photo like this, like back to him.
Back to him.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
I know, it's just random feet fetishes people, or I don't know, some random things that people get sent. I don't think people have any shame on social media.
It just creeps, isn't it? It's like, and also like...
I tend to just look at them and laugh and then delete it.
No, because the thing is, obviously you're happy, you're content in your, in your relationship, but do you get also like a lot of, I'm guessing you get a lot of hate as well? Because you're out there in social
Very
media.
lucky, touch wood, I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
But if you did get it, how would you think you'd be able to deal with it?
Yeah, I would be able to deal with it. It's up to them. If they don't like who I am, I like who I am, so it doesn't matter.
See, I love that. It's like a very confident answer. It's like...
If someone's got something to say, personally, I'm quite blunt with something. So if someone's got something to say, I'd rather them say it to me.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I won't do that. But I'd rather someone comment, if I wanted to comment or whatever, comment and go, yeah, that's your opinion, that's fine. I know that I'm a nice person.
I've quite noticed as well, Jade, that like if somebody's nasty, I don't think anybody's actually got the balls to actually say what they've said to your face. I don't think nobody.
Very rare.
Yeah, no, but who is going to come up to you, a random person, and is just going to start criticising?
I get a lot of stares when I'm out.
Oh dear, okay.
Yeah. So like, especially in Benidorm was bad.
What, stares of admiration, or
like, oh my god, I've never seen a go with muscle before.
Oh, okay.
Like what the fuck, sort of thing. But I don't think sometimes still in the gym though. I think when you're that lean, stage lean, people don't see it very often, do they?
Yeah.
So it sometimes is a bit, oh, what's that? But then sometimes it's like, how the hell has she got like that?
Do you get approached quite a lot in the gym as well?
Yeah, I think because they know who I am.
No. So people that don't know who you are.
Yeah, they come up to me.
And they compliment you or whatever.
Yeah, I don't take compliments very well.
All right. Okay.
I just go, oh yeah, thanks, because I know that I look okay, but I'd just rather just get on with my training. That's that sort of thing.
All right. So for example, like if I saw you in the gym and I saw your physique, I'll be like, so if I came to you and said, excuse me, I just need to say, sorry to interrupt your workout, but I think you've got an amazing physique.
I just go, oh thanks, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I mean,
I think some people are.
But do you appreciate?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it. I'm quite a nervous person when someone does that because I don't really know how to take compliments.
Yeah, that person's got no agenda.
No,
right?
no.
They're not trying to like get your number or whatever.
Girls, a few guys have come up to me. It's quite nice in the ultraflexes when they don't know. They see me lifting and they go, "Oh, will you help me spot me or just help me just see if I'm doing this right?" I actually quite like that because a couple of years ago, no one would go up to a girl and ask them if they needed help. It's quite nice to finally get some guys actually thinking, actually she knows how to lift, so maybe if I ask her, she'll be able to help me out. Because no one knows everything. You're always learning.
It's good, the gym culture, I like it. You know, it's good.
The Ultraflex gyms are such a good, like, bonding place. Everyone is in there to train. Everyone's not in there for social media rubbish. They just want to go in and train and have a decent gym. And the equipment we've got in there is next level, absolutely next level. You won't get any equipment. You won't find a gym with any sort of equipment like they've got.
Yeah.
If you want to do bodybuilding, you need to go to an Ultraflex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard good things. I've heard really good things.
We've got like all the prime kit, Panata kit. We probably might not even know what I'm talking about.
No idea.
But literally the best kit in America. They've brought it all over, and it's all in those gyms. So.
That's amazing. Is there anything that you want to like put forward to everybody that's watching? Like anything, like because we're going to kind of wrap this up. But anything that you a message you want to get across to anybody?
Yeah, if you feel like you can't do anything, I'm proof that you actually can.
No, 100%. No, absolutely 100%. Looking forward to your next show because obviously you're going to post pictures and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure on your socials. Have you got a TikTok?
I do, but I don't use. I need to use.
Yeah, no, TikTok is the way to, TikTok's the way to go. But what we're going to do is we're going to post obviously your socials, your Instagram. Because over there's got all the ways how to contact you if you want to be able to.
If you want any online coaching or any diet advice, I do training plans, diet plans. If you just generally want help, on my Instagram I do diet tips, so just like free tips. I've got a free fat loss calculator on there, so if people want him a calories calculating, I'll do that for you.
And are you will it like to DM me and stuff like that?
Yeah, DM me and I'll speak to you about diet and training.
Fantastic. So look at that.
I love talking about stuff like that, so that's fine.
No, that's brilliant, fantastic. So obviously, if anybody wants any tips at all, like I said, we're going to do the best that we can to kind of get you whatever we can do to get you out there. Because the thing is, like I said, bodybuilding is like a very unfortunately, it's a kind of sport where, but what you're doing with the bikini, it's you need support.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever we can do to obviously support,
100%.
we can do to support your channel, to support your platform. We'll do our best.
You have a YouTube as well, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I've got YouTube as well.
Yeah, you do YouTube as well. Yeah.
YouTube.
Fantastic. So we have to promote all the socials.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm doing more with that now at the minute as well. I'm hopefully getting someone to film Milan if I can get them.
Yeah.
But again,
that's going to be amazing.
I'm really looking forward to Milan. I think I've got a good feeling about Milan.
Yeah, you can
really
make it like a vlog, like a proper vlog.
Yeah, I'm going to try and make a vlog. I brought a camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
Brilliant. Well, no, that's brilliant. So also all the best, for the future.
Thank you.
It'd be nice to have a bit of a catch up after Milan.
Yeah.
In fact, it'd be even better.
When I win,
and you put the trophy there. You put it over there. Right, that'd be amazing. If you come with the trophy, that'd be amazing. And we can show people, what we're like on stage and stuff like that. And but yeah, honestly, when are you going to Milan again?
3 weeks on Saturday, so it's the 10th of September is the show.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody just keep an eye out for all the pictures and the videos on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You're going to post it there.
I post all the time on there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you
for having me.
I really appreciate it. And like I said, all the best for the future. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Bobzybounce.
Signing out.
Signing out.